The effects of volcanoes on climate. A volcano is an opening in the Earth's crust that allows molten rock, gases, and debris to escape to the surface. During a volcanic eruption, lava and other debris can flow at speeds of up to 160 km per hour, destroying everything in their path. Volcanic ash can travel hundreds of kilometers and cause severe health problems. Molten rock below the surface of the Earth that rises in volcanic vents is known as magma, but after it erupts from a volcano it is called lava. Magma is made of molten rock, crystals, and dissolved gas. After cooling, liquid magma may form crystals of various minerals until it becomes completely solid and forms rocks. Originating many tens of miles beneath the ground, magma is lighter than the surrounding solid rock. It is driven towards Earth's surface because it is lighter than the surrounding rock, and by the pressure from gases. Magma forces its way upward and may ultimately break the weak areas in the Earth's crust. If so, an eruption begins. Magma can be erupted in a variety of ways. Sometimes molten rock simply pours from the vent as fluid lava flows. It can also shoot violently into the air as dense clouds of rock shards called tephra and gas. Larger fragments fall back around the vent, and clouds of tephra may move down the slope of the volcano under the force of gravity. Ash, tiny pieces of tephra, may be carried by the wind only to fall to the ground many miles away. The smallest ash particles may be erupted kilometers into the sky and carried many times around the world by winds high in the atmosphere before they fall to the ground. Volcanoes can impact climate. During major explosive eruptions, huge amounts of volcanic gas, aerosol droplets, and ash are injected into the stratosphere, which is the atmospheric layer between about 15 to 50 kilometers height. Injected ash falls rapidly from the stratosphere. Most of it is removed within several days to weeks and has little impact on climate. But volcanic gases like sulfur dioxide can cause global cooling, while volcanic carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, has the potential to promote global warming. The most significant climate impacts from volcanic injections into the stratosphere come from the conversion of sulfur dioxide to sulfuric acid, which form fine sulfate aerosols. The aerosols increase the reflection of radiation from the sun back into space, cooling the Earth's lower atmosphere or troposphere. Several eruptions during the past century have caused a decline in the average temperature at the Earth's surface of up to 0.3 Celsius degrees for periods of 1 to 3 years. The climatic eruption of Mount Pinatubo on June 15, 1991 was one of the largest eruptions of the 20th century and injected a 20 million ton sulfur dioxide cloud into the stratosphere at an altitude of more than 30 kilometers. The Pinatubo cloud was the largest sulfur dioxide cloud ever observed in the stratosphere since the beginning of such observations by satellites in 1978. It caused what is believed to be the largest aerosol disturbance of the stratosphere in the 20th century, though probably smaller than the disturbances from eruptions of Krakatoa in 1883 and Tambora in 1815. Consequently, it was a standout in its climate impact and cooled the Earth's surface for 3 years following the eruption, by as much as 0.7 Celsius degrees. A volcanic eruption can contaminate water supplies, damage machinery, reduce visibility through smog and harmful gases that may threaten low-lying areas, make it hard to breathe and irritate the skin, eyes, nose, and throat. If you are under a volcano warning, listen for emergency information and alerts. Follow evacuation or shelter orders. If advised to evacuate, do so early. Reduce your ash exposure by doing the following. Limit your time outdoors and use a dust mask or cloth mask as a last resort if you must be outside. Avoid areas downwind and river valleys downstream of the volcano. Take temporary shelter from volcanic ash in the location where you are. Cover ventilation openings and seal doors and windows. Avoid driving in heavy ash. If you must drive, keep the windows up and do not use the air conditioning system. Do not get on your roof to remove ash. Stay indoors until authorities say it is safe to go outside. Prepare now. Know your area's risk from volcanic eruption. Ask local emergency management for evacuation and shelter plans, and for potential means of protection from ash. Learn about community warning systems that sends notifications about volcanic activity. Get necessary supplies in advance, including non-perishable foods, cleaning supplies, and water for several days, in case you have to evacuate immediately or if services are cut off. Keep in mind each person's specific needs, including medication. Do not forget pets' needs for medication and food. Consult your doctor if you have existing respiratory difficulties. Practice a communication and evacuation plan with everyone in your family. Have a plan for pets and livestock. Have a shelter-in-place plan if your biggest risk is from ash. Keep important documents in a safe place. Create password-protected digital copies. Find out what your homeowner's insurance policy will cover when a volcano erupts. For more information, you can visit the following web pages from the United States government: usgs.gov, ready.gov. Thanks for watching. If this video was interesting to you, leave your like. For frequent updates on weather, climate, and science topics around the world, subscribe to this channel. See you soon.